Oh, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
It's a pod.
It's
Jesus.
a podcast.
God.
It's the worst start to a podcast
worst.
ever. Oh my god.
God, so bad.
Jesus Christ. Do you want to tweet out that we're live, actually?
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Jesus.
So I just got spat on.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, before you shat on us,
I mean, he's got a point.
Jack just shat the air.
I did a harmless little toot.
It's still here.
Harmless.
Listen, look, Hal spat on my face.
Not intentionally.
I didn't shit the air intentionally. Still giving me shit for
Yeah,
that.
here we are.
And yet here we are.
I was laughing a little bit of
A
spit.
little,
came
you
out.
like gobbed me.
Gobbed you.
You went bananas with your spit.
Oh, can we not?
Oh,
Can we not do
Jesus
that?
Christ.
Don't like you didn't like it.
Oh, that was actually gross. That was actually
I
disgusting.
think Jack's reaction was wonderful as well. He like screamed and like started rolling around.
I had to get it off me, so I just used Ollie's blanket.
Oh!
Did you not get that that's what I was doing?
No, you should put your face in the bed. I don't know.
No, he like gobbed on my face, so...
Bad Hal. Bad Hal.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, now it's a problem.
Oh.
Now it's a
I
problem.
feel closer to you, Jack.
This week it's Jack
And Hal.
And Ollie.
and some spittle somewhere.
And
And
feces
this
in
is
the air.
episode 10.
Episode 10!
10 in. This is
Episode 10!
We made it into double digits.
I don't know how we did that.
Well, I mean, you know, no one's listening. So, I mean, really,
That's true.
the only people to stop us are us. Once we get an audience that are, you know, telling us to stop and we keep going,
If you pay us to stop,
then we'll stop.
stop.
Yeah, you know. So,
But
it's
like every week.
every week. Like a substantial amount.
It's like a
every week as well.
subscription for us to stop
Yes.
doing what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We should do that.
America paying Iran not to make nukes.
Yeah. Here's another $10 bill.
Oh,
Please
boy.
don't spend it all at once on nukes. Don't do it. Oh my god.
Sorry, this is the podcast for bodily fluids
This is-
and functions.
Ew. No,
fluids?
I did not consent to that in any way. I've just been
It was on the
spat
contract, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, not again.
Right at the bottom. Right,
Oh.
right next to the big splodge of bodily fluids.
Oh, is that what that was? I
Yeah.
couldn't read it because of all the bodily fluids.
Well, you should have just... Context is there, man. Come on.
fair. You know what? Fair.
It was a scratch and sniff contract.
Cool. So this week's been kind of nice. We've hit the ground running with our end of year shows.
I mean, you have. Me and Ollie have been dragged across the floor screaming. But
Are we gonna talk openly about how we feel about that? Or
It's
are we gonna wait
shit!
until-
It's
Okay.
a difficult process.
So you, before we say too much, are either of you friends with the director on Facebook who can access the podcast?
Yes.
Yes,
Right. So do we want to not, or do you want to talk about
I
it?
really don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
I
I'm
respect,
enjoying the profile.
you know, we've got a professional relationship with him still, so let's not ruin that.
Professional relationship. He's not my director. I'm working with Simon Cole, who has been absolutely lovely. He's
He
a
touched me.
Dude.
Jesus Christ. How's off the podcast? Episode 10. We made it to episode 10, and he's off the podcast. He's not part of it anymore.
Always do this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my show's going great.
I mean, yeah, you're having a swell time.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's really good. I've got like half the script down already in a week, so I'm pretty happy.
Well, yours is like 20 minutes, half an hour.
35 minutes for this one, and then like 45, 50 minutes for the other piece.
Sure.
But it's going really well. Yeah. I was looking for costume today in town. It's pretty good. Yeah, get me some gym jams.
Oh.
So I have to be in gym jams.
Be
in gym jams. So yeah.
No one's asked Jim Jam's permission yet, but you know.
Yeah, but I had, you know,
He's Vietnamese, he
pretty
doesn't
cool.
understand English too well.
It's actually Yim Yam,
Yeah.
but it's not allowed to say that. We can't say
They
that.
can't do the accent.
No, yeah, but like for me and Ollie, yeah, it's been stressful. Our director's doing a couple of other projects at the same time, and so we're coming in, and he's like, he doesn't know how to unlock a door, literally.
Oh
Yeah.
no! What? Hang on.
I don't know, man.
He was the door to our studio was locked.
Yeah.
He got the master key to the studios, and went up to it, turned the key, pulled the key out, and then gave it back to Gemma. And then went over to it, like, Chris went over to it, was like, no, it's not locked, mate.
Wait, so he
He
put the key in, turned the key, didn't unlock the door.
didn't unlock the door.
Brilliant.
And he was like, what? It's like, no, you're joking. He's like, no, it's literally, it's still locked. No.
Oh boy. So he did. So yeah, there was this. Yeah. I'm going to talk about it. He just did a bizarre thing the other day, where we were just rehearsing with Simon, and like I said, Simon's great, and the cast that I'm with are fantastic. But James, without knocking, knowing, you know, that he's a director, he knows actors, he knows the rehearsal process. He didn't knock, he just opened the door, and we all, like, stopped, because it was like, what are you doing? And he was like, hi, just wanted to say hi, Simon. Hi, Simon. Sorry I couldn't be here yesterday. I had a thing, and Simon was like, yeah, it's alright. He was like, alright, thanks. Bye. And left.
Dude.
And it, like... I just like side-eyed and was like,
Could
you serious?
Do that?
Yeah, like
so
we had
something similar the other day during rehearsals where we were doing a dance number.
Yeah.
And then one of the second years just like opens the door, looks and just goes.
Wasn't even a dance number. It was literally, we were in the middle of a scene.
Or was it? Oh, I can't remember. Which
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway, he just opens the door, looks in and goes, "Can I borrow that clothes rail?" We're like,
no, we're in the middle of a scene.
Could you ask it any other time, please?
Oh, god damn it!
People are just like so shit at awareness.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
use a bit of common sense.
People are bad at that though.
People are really bad.
It was really funny. As soon as I got to class, Lisa just went, the second year of our course, everyone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our course is quite bad for that. Where people just like
Actors are though. Actors are bad for awareness a lot of the
especially
time.
student actors.
Yeah. What are you doing? Go away.
How?
No, you can't have some of my Vaseline.
Some of Jack's chapstick.
Yeah.
I have. It's finally cold enough that my shitty lips are like, oh, we don't function at anything below 10 Celsius. We don't do it. If you smile, ow. If you speak, ow.
It's trying to tell you something.
It hurt. Well, you know, I should be quiet, but you know, I'm not gonna let that beat me. You know, I mean, literally,
my lips
numbers
getting
of people want to hear me speak.
My lips were getting like too easy to use, so I thought I'd hinder them, and I've recently got 2 lip piercings.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got spider bites.
You got ear pierced as well. I just realised.
Yeah, I've had my ear piercings like year 10.
You've got a ring for it. I've just seen.
Yeah, today because when we went to town earlier.
Yeah, we went to town, did some shopping.
Got some earrings.
Yeah, shopping.
And I also got my nip pierced.
You did get your
Did
nip
get your
pierced.
left
So we're
nip.
gonna talk about that now, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we actually have the video knocking about. I need to
about.
put a bunch of stuff together for it still. But once that's up, what we'll do is we'll pop it on the channel and share it about and stuff.
That's quite funny.
It's all right, yeah, quite funny. The lady who did it was really like nice and
she was
charismatic,
really cool.
wasn't she? She was really nice. So
Fat Fugu. It's,
Fat
wonderful.
Fugu, yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh,
That's
that's
not her name. It's not her name.
It's the name of the place.
Name of the studio.
Not the lovely
Tattoo
lady
studio.
who loved Hal's nipples.
Yes.
Her name is Aline, and she's wonderful.
She was lovely. She was great.
She's the same person who did my spider bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that they were like 2 huge fucking needles? for
Yeah.
spider
Oh,
bites?
good.
Because like I invited Jack to come and see because he wasn't doing anything,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, I kind of don't want to. No.
So what happened was I was doing something in the morning and I was doing something in the afternoon. So when you went in the sort of like mid-morning, I was like, I want to chill out. I don't want to fucking do anything. So I was like, I'm good. And you went with someone else anyway. So you went.
Yeah, I went with
oh,
Lisa
so-
because she got hers
Yeah.
repierced.
Yeah. So yeah. So I was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah.
Yeah, got it done, and the way they do it, very similar to basically any other piercing, is they jab you with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these big, like, sort of like hard plastic needles, and like jams one in my mouth, and I'm facing a mirror as I'm having this happen. And jabs one in my mouth, and then the other one, and I open my eyes because like I have to see this, and there's like 2 fucking like 3-inch fucking
Chopsticks.
things hanging out of my mouth.
You should be like, oh.
Yeah, like her and like Alina and Lisa was like, "Are you okay? You've gone a bit white." I was like, "It's just more like me seeing that."
Yeah.
through my
looking at it.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "But
So the pain was fine.
I was
it's
like, yeah,
just the
literally,
image, yeah.
it's just a little bit more like you're focused on it a little bit more than say like an injection or a vaccination sort of thing.
Yeah,
It stays there.
Because
for a little
yeah,
bit.
I was gonna say that's kind of done and done.
Yeah.
It's like the funny shit, like in the footage you can't see it, but when I got my nipple pierced, Jack's filming, and like I wasn't looking because like obviously you look at something that's hurting you, it's gonna hurt more, and it's like I was just looking away towards Jack's towards Jack, and he was like just holding the phone at my nipple, yeah, and like she goes like, okay, and I'm going in, breathe out. And like I feel like a little pinch as the thing goes through, and like I see Jack's face just go completely like aghast, like
Yeah, that's the audio representation of the face of Baldur. It was, I don't know what it is, because it didn't like bother me, and it didn't make me feel woozy or queasy or anything really. Like that sort of thing doesn't bother me. Like I watched Bizarre ER and things like that. I've seen horrible injuries and shit, and I'm always like, oh, that's gross, but I'm like invested in it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was like, oh, I'm gonna faint. It was just like, oh, something's through your nipple. Like, oh, ow.
What is that human response to seeing things happen to the human body?
I don't know.
Like you see someone's arm get caught in a grind, and you're like, oh,
you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It was that one time that we played fucking 50-50 at Jake's. And so for those of you who don't know, if you're not adverse to really, really graphic content, check out Reddit's 50-50. All it is it's like Reddit posts, and the title will be like, cute puppies or person burning in a car.
Yeah.
And you click on it, and the link will take you somewhere where it's one or the other. So you play it if you're fucked up in the head like we are. So we were like, let's take a look at this 50-50 thing. And again, you're like, sometimes you're disappointed at the good one.
Yeah.
Because you're like, man loses arm in revolving door, or dolphin babies, or something.
Dolphin babies, I guess.
Dolphin babies, or
Like a
something
poodle.
cute or wholesome. And you'll get it, and it's like, it's the dolphin babies, and you're like, oh, I wanted to see the arm come off a little bit. Yeah, there were some really bad
the
ones. That
funniest
weren't there.
thing though is like watching this. There was like one
think
where
I
a
know
guy
what
was
you're
in
talking about.
where a guy was in like a burning car.
That
Or, like
was
there was one where it's like
horrendous.
Jake pissed himself laughing. It was like this guy in a prison who was just his corpse was being stabbed.
Yeah,
And, like,
so it was.
and he was really chubby, and Jake was just laughing.
I think it was one of those things. It was horror response,
Yeah.
and it didn't know how to manifest in anything other than like a laugh,
Sociopathic.
because it was so violent and sudden. Because what happens?
Yeah.
Usually with the 50-50 is you'll click it, you're like, oh, I hope it's not that one, and then it comes up with like a warning graphic content thing, and you can click to allow. With that clip of someone being repeatedly stabbed, it didn't come up. You clicked it and it went straight to like,
Oh, fuck.
and it was hot. See, now you laughed because
God, you're
there's-
imagining the scenario in which you do that. It's just like,
other,
fuck.
yeah, there's no other response. So Jake just pissed himself laughing,
shit.
and it was horrendous. And again, the guy burning in a fucking car was horrendous.
No
because
shit.
he was alive for way too long.
Oh, God.
That's the only
Give
thing.
up!
Like he was alive for way too long, and people were like, because you can't grab him. Obviously, he's in a car that's on fire. But there were fire fighters there, and
people running out with bottles of Volvic.
Yeah, no, really, they're like dousing him with like any water they have. And he's like, so at first it's like a big struggle, and then it gets to like small movements of like him just fighting to like,
His tendons are melting.
it's scarring in the most I'll never forget that until the day I die meaning of the word scarring. It was horrendous, but
Fucking townies.
are you kidding me?
Fuck
Are
off.
you kidding me?
Man burning in car
Not
is bad.
Not a city thing.
No, the funniest thing was when we were playing this, there was one, I can't remember what the good one was, but what the bad one was like Swarm of Hornets.
It was horrendous.
Oh, God.
And Jax hates all bugs.
Yeah, just all bugs.
Literally all bugs.
Just,
like,
if
you
they could-
screamed at Daddy Longlegs before.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, you fucking did.
I don't
The
think that's-
kitchen
I think I heard
first
it.
year,
I
you
don't
screamed
think
at a
that's
Daddy
true.
Longlegs.
I think you're making that up. I don't believe you.
I don't know if he's making
He's
that
so adverse to it. It's obviously true. Isn't it?
I
Ladies and
really
gents?
don't like insects.
Yeah.
I don't think I screamed at a daddy long
You
legs.
fucking did.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and this clip of like all these swarming bugs, like everyone else is fine, apart from Jack who sat there like, yeah, and like,
So what it was, I remember the clip, right? I remember the clip.
Okay,
like
okay.
it was the Burning Man. Honestly, I don't know which one's worse. It was a toss-up. No, what it was a guy trying to get rid of a hornet's nest, wasn't it, from his like back garden, and he'd like latched onto the roof of his like porch, I guess. So like just outside, maybe just. But either way, he's like shoving it and jabbing it and whatever, and then all of a sudden they all fucking come out, and it's like it's just quick and it's so coordinated. I'm like, oh god, it's horrendous. And then like. So, like, they're going crazy, because I think they use smoke as well to, like, smoke them out. So they're going, like, crazy, and they're, like, flying past the camera, and, like, every time one flies past the camera, I'm like, I'm, like, jumping a little, but I'm like, oh, they're huge, because they're on a fucking screen as well, so they're, like the length of my hand flying past, and I'm like, oh, god, that's fucking vile. And then one flies out of the so imagine the hornet's nest is, like, dead in front of camera, but maybe 10 meters away.
Okay.
It flies out and down and directly into the like lens of the camera, and it does it, and it goes thunk, and I go.
What's even funny is that Jack was leaning forward to turn off the video, and it went like, and
shot
himself backwards.
There was a video on Facebook of a guy trying to get a massive spider off his wall. It's like bigger than your hand kind of spider. So he went to go with it with a bowl. And then someone edited like a cartoon spider that jumps towards the camera.
I saw
so
that,
it just
and
goes,
I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it at all.
It's really funny.
It was horrendous.
It's for people like you, Jack.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Have you seen that one where it's like someone like with a broom and there's a big spider on the floor and she goes like crushes it, and then a couple of seconds later, like thousands of baby spiders come spewing out from underneath the broom.
It's making me itchy. I don't. Oh, it's horrible. It's actually so gross. Insects can fuck off and die. And anyone who's like, I have a pet, fuck off. You have a pet disgusting thing. Like, it's the equivalent of me keeping a shit and keeping a turd, and you're like, but this is Billy the shit, and I snuggle him sometimes,
my pet
and
shit.
sometimes he comes out of his vivarium and he like sits on my face with his little pincers on my nose, and I'm like, fuck off, that's disgusting. Like,
What shit do you have?
I sort of meshed
shit
the
do you-
metaphor. So we went from shit to tarantula.
Weird segue.
Shit's got pincers.
Yeah, well, you know, they're gonna hang on somewhere.
I want to see if you can buy spiders on Amazon.
Oh, we should do that.
I don't. What?
Secret Santa.
Shut up. So I have this problem.
Pack of 24 spooky black plastic spiders.
I thought you were going to say pasta spiders.
Pasta
You
spiders.
do that. You get like a kilo of pasta spiders.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Spider pasta.
As in like pastas, as in like the religious sect pastas.
Spider
Like, there's even like
With
that
the little white collar.
Even that little cute guy.
It can fuck off and die. I hope it does.
It's adorable.
And do you know what gives me solace is that the fact that exact one, the one whose photo is on the cover of the book that Hal is looking at, is dead. That fills me with happiness.
A remote control tarantula.
That's not even kind of funny. It's not even kind of funny. I'll actually beat the shit out of you.
Oh, lock my door.
Well, now I do too.
So we have to do. So Jack's window
Fuck.
is in this little like alcove outside. It's like
So I have the basement room.
basement
in the house.
room. So my
In the
window's
bunker.
Like above his.
Basement room in the bunker.
In the bunker. So he's got this like little trench where his window is. So I can just like fill that up with spiders. And
No,
just...
you can't.
I could.
Because where are
I
you
could
going
do
to
that.
get spiders?
On Amazon.
Pack of 2 stretchable spider cobweb Halloween decorations. Just like pin them to the outside of your doors. So like open it. Run to your bathroom.
I'm gonna start breeding spiders.
Yeah.
Each spider, I'm just gonna like pick it up, put it in a little box, and
No, we're not doing this.
mate my children.
We're not doing this. This is not okay. Be like me leaving feet around the house for Ollie. Decisively more criminal, but you know. Severed feet.
Why are there 7 feet in my room, Jack?
Comedy. For the lols.
Jack, that kills people.
Jack, that kills people.
I don't really have anything like that. It's more like
Yeah.
the freezer noise. That's about it.
So yeah, you really don't like certain noises, but also you really don't like your neck being touched.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So that's another thing.
But it's also an immediate violent reaction.
Yeah,
that
that's
you're,
like
Yeah, you understand
Yeah.
that that is the same with me and insects.
Yeah,
right?
I know,
Like,
but
if
I
you
can
send
do
a-
mine far away.
Yeah, if you get it remote control, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, not good, not good.
I can do your, like, I can put the cobwebs and cover the bedroom floor with spiders in the middle of the night and, like, go somewhere else, go to a pub for the rest of the night.
I will like shit in your bed. Like, this is the territory where I'm like,
Fine, there's
that is
enough-
just. That
there's-
is justified and fair.
There's already shit in my bed, so
Yeah.
it's not really going to make a dent.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I'll shit, I don't know, I'll...
Well, he's got pincer shits. So.
I'll shit on Ollie's bed, and that'll teach you.
Do your shits look like earwigs?
Tapeworms.
Yeah.
Extremely skinny and really lengthy.
And got like, weird rib bits in between.
Yeah.
For his pleasure. As they're coming out. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Ew,
That's
let's...
the thing, imagine the biggest shit you've ever had that can go back in you.
I don't want that.
What?
I don't want that.
The biggest shit you've ever had
Yeah.
can fit back in you.
No.
Imagine the
no.
feeling. You remember the biggest shit you ever had, don't you?
No, I don't remember there being one time where I'm like, that's it.
that's the
That's the
biggest shit.
one. And I'll never beat that now.
Have you done the whole like before and after weigh yourself?
No, no.
I have done that a couple of times, but my biggest triumph was my shit hitting the water while still being in me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I don't think I've ever had that.
Got my level, boys.
Yeah, no.
Why do you always come back to shit?
You
with us?
bring it back to
Always
shit.
goes back to shit
You
or cum
brought it-
or other bodily fluids. That's why I said it at the
It's
start.
science bodily fluids again. So we'll change the subject. We'll change
Please,
the subject.
can we?
So you went to London.
I went to London this weekend,
On the
which
weekend.
is
To
nice.
London town.
London
The
town.
Great Smoke.
Yeah.
And-
Anything good happen?
It just so right.
Oh.
We're in the Disney store
Okay.
and we're just looking around, looking at some toys. I was looking at a little Stitch plush toy, which is lovely, and then I just see this thing next to my head in my peripheral vision.
Sure. Is
And
it a huge spider?
You know what?
Yeah.
I just see this thing in the corner of my eye, and there's noise just go, hello, and I turn, and it's some guy holding one of the 7 dwarves,
Yeah.
like as a toy
Yeah,
7 dwarf.
Like a plush.
I can't remember which one it was. It must have been Dopey or one of them. I don't know.
Oh, who cares?
Gropey.
It's just like this 40-year-old guy walking around the shop, going up to people and just going, hello, and then walking off.
Oh no!
So he did that, and I turned to him and went, sorry? He went, hello, and walked away. And I went, who the fuck are you?
So right, there are a few things that this could be. Either,
Go on.
right, he's lost a bet,
Right,
right, and it's some sort of Impractical Joker's going to go viral thing,
right.
Or
The other thing.
he's trying to make friends
Yeah.
because he doesn't know how, and
Yeah.
he thinks that that's how he does it. Mm-hmm. In which case, how tragic!
How tragic
Oh
indeed.
boy, was he like with anyone?
No, he was on his own.
Oh no!
And then I just saw him on the other side of the shop, and he went up to I think it was like a mum and kid, like 14-year-old, not like young kid, like a teenage-ish kid, and do the same thing. And then I saw a shop assistant walk over to him and start talking to him. Like he didn't like kick him out or anything. He just started talking to him because obviously he was like, this guy's a bit odd.
He's disturbing my customers. Yeah.
And then
Oh
and then
my
we went downstairs,
Yeah.
and he did it again, but he like completely. He was like right behind me. I was completely shocked by it, so I was just like, "Shit, fuck." All right, mate, how's it going?
Did you? Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that. I was just like, I wasn't like rude to him because obviously I was
'cause you're
like,
British.
I'm guessing. I don't know what it was.
You're
but I
guessing
didn't,
something
it
was
didn't-
not right.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo.
Yeah, because
'Cause
that's
you-
mean.
'cause you
and
can
he did
tell he
only
wanted
say
to-
hello.
You just wanted to make friends
Oh, that's
in a really,
now really sad.
really weird way.
Really weird way.
It was a
so,
bit terrifying.
important question. When
Go
he...
on.
Sorry, that might have been picked up on the mic.
fine.
When he came back to you, when you went down a floor, did he have the same
It was
dwarf?
the same. It was
right,
the same
so
one.
he's clearly got a preference. This
Yeah.
man is sane. Never
Yeah.
mind. That answers our questions. No problems.
So dodgy.
I've found some stupid questions.
I've got like a bunch of stuff to talk about actually.
Okay,
so
actual content.
So yeah. No, I've got some. So a follow up from last week's podcast. I was walking home.
Go on.
This week.
Yeah.
The dead bird is still on the road.
Still there.
I saw it.
Did you see it? Yeah, it's still there. Only now it's like mangled, which implies that somebody has like been at it with like a stick or something. Because like now its innards are out a little bit.
Welcome to town. Man.
Yeah. So that was one thing. Secondly, so I have to do some exposition for the audience.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So as part of our course, we have to, as our dissertation piece, write and put on a play.
Yeah.
We have to do that. So, because we're part of a uni, there is a public events management course, as far as I'm aware. And they, as their end of year assessment, have to plan the entire film theatre festival. So in our third year, there are 36 performances going to be done over 7 days. So what they've done is they've assigned some events management people to sort out the festival. It's called Flash Festival. They're in charge. Now, we met those people.
Yeah.
On, was it Tuesday?
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday we met our Flash team, is what they were called.
Yeah.
So we get in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I recognise you. Where do I recognise you from? And I realise that who it is we'll just call her Megan for the sake of this story because her name's Molly. So we'll call her Megan. You know. And I was like, oh, so Molly was friends with my flatmates back in first year when I was I knew her, I did some drinking with her, and we got along quite well. She was quite nice. And then I realised as she's talking, I go, I've seen your vagina. And that thought pops into my head. Now here's the story behind that story, right? Is that Ollie's gone catatonic.
That was just very surprising.
So it hit me as surprisingly as it did you. So what happened was we were going out on like a student night or whatever, so we were in town.
Sure.
Molly had gotten blotto before we'd even left, right?
Sure. Okay.
But we take the walk, we're like, she'll probably get let in anyway. So it was like me, my flatmate Omar, Luke, and like her and her friend. So there was like a bunch of us. And we all go out and we're all going into the club. And the bouncer stops Molly, and he's like, no way, she is fucked. She is wankered. Like, she can't put sentences together to defend herself, to be like, no, I'm okay, I can come in, or my friends are in there or anything. She's just like, no. So he's like, no way.
God, no.
The only person behind her in the queue is me. Now, I don't know her that well at this point, right? It's maybe halfway through first term.
Okay.
Right?
So like 5 weeks, maybe.
7 weeks in.
Okay.
So like had met her maybe 7 times.
Okay.
Right? But only on nights out or pre-drinks. So I'm like, oh fucking hell. Well, never mind then. They're in there. I can't get to them without leaving her alone, and she's fucked, so I can't leave her alone. So I'm like, right, okay, darling, we need to get you into a taxi then. We need to go home. And she's like, oh, this sucks. This is bullshit. You know how they all,
Bullshit.
Yeah, when you can't get into a club or you can't, whatever. It's like, this is bullshit. So anyway, so she's like, it's bullshit. She's like, I want a McDonald's. And I'm like, okay, so we can get a McDonald's. So we were at MB's and we were going to McDonald's. Sure. So it's like a 2-minute walk.
2-minute walk.
Tops.
Yeah.
We get to McDonald's. They don't let her in.
Fuck.
Like, so you know how they occasionally have bouncers on the door on student night? Yeah. He was like, if she's sick in here, there's no way, we're not letting her in, we're not serving her food, because if she's throwing up, we're not doing it, we're not dealing with it. So I was like, fuck, okay, brilliant. So let's just get you in a taxi. She was like, no. I was like, what? What's the matter? What? She was like, I have to pee. I'm like, can you hold it until we get to your flat? Can we just do that? She's like, no, I have to pee. I have to pee now. I'm gonna piss myself.
Oh boy.
So, you know that outside McDonald's there's like one bin and one bench.
Yeah.
She grabs a hold of the bin.
Oh god.
She pulls her knickers down, exposing her asshole and vagine to the entirety of whoever was stood outside of McDonald's that night. and
Bouncers
just
had an eyeful.
held her foofy open and pissed up against the bin, right? It's the most unclassy thing I've ever seen in my life. And again, I still remember it to this day. And it must have... Right, so I was obviously uncomfortable by this, but I think the piss was about 3 minutes long. It was... Maybe that was me being really uncomfortable with the fact that...
frozen in time, like...
Yeah, like, and it just isn't stopping. Like, and she's like... Because obviously there's trickle... So it's like on her shoes because she's like pissing up against something, and it's like running because it's liquid. And I shit you not, it must have been like 2.5, 3 minutes. And again, I just don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. So I'm like stood near-ish because I'm like, I can't leave you alone now because now you are really exposed and you might get arrested and we need to get you home. So I've seen one of the Flash team's vagina is the story that I needed to tell you that I thought was quite funny.
You still went home and masturbated to the images.
Definitely did not do that. Went home really angry. Really angry.
It's like angry wanking to them.
No, just
angry. I get what you're into, Jack.
No,
okay,
no.
we see. We get it.
I was so mad because I was like, oh, stop it. I was like, I don't even know this girl. I don't know her second name, but I have now seen everything. And like her mates are having a great fucking time and I have to sit with the piss girl. I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. She was really apologetic. The rest of them thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I felt like that was something that was hilarious when it came up. Or we'll talk about her more maybe another time.
In the future.
Yeah, once we're not working with her.
Yeah.
Although that one's pretty incriminating. You know. Also, I wanted to talk to you about... so you both get really upset when our flatmate Kelsey leaves like a half a drink around the place. And I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was really funny. That you guys could just...
so annoying.
So, do you want to explain what it is?
I was like, she'll come down in the morning for like breakfast and stuff. She'll make like a glass of squash, and then like she'll drink like fucking 3/4 of it, put it down, and then fucking leave. Not when she comes back in. She doesn't go, oh, I'll just drink this or pour it down the sink. Just fucking leaves it there.
Is it?
Yeah, I just thought it was really funny. Like, the other day, it got to a point where you were both, like, yelling at her, like, just drink the drink!
Drink the
drink!
I did a really passive-aggressive thing where I took the drink that she left in the kitchen to her in the living room and just in case you forgot this. There you go, babe.
Because then she was like, I was gonna go out and get it.
No, you fucking weren't!
She was like eating food. She's like, I was gonna go and get it. And you were like, no, you weren't! No, you weren't!
So I've just started drinking them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's not gonna fucking do it, so...
No, she's not gonna notice. Also, I read this week, even though it's not really relevant for much longer, because it's not 2017 for much longer, but 1994 is as far away from 2017 as 2040.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
It's really fucked up.
That's disgusting. I feel so old. We were talking in uni the other day, weren't we, about like how there are people applying for uni next year who are 2000 babies.
Fuck.
Right?
Fuck.
That's horrendous, right?
Yeah.
That is awful. So, we're old. We're really old. And again, like, you do the thing where you're like, 2007, yeah, like 3 years ago, right? You're like, no, 10 years ago. 10 big fat fucking years ago.
I remember in secondary school, and like, in year 11, and like, kids going, oh, when's your birthday? Oh, 2003? Like, fuck
yeah,
you.
like, what? Yeah. Like, my sister, how old is she? She's 10 years younger. So she's 2006. And that boggles my mind that there are people who were born in 2006. that
are alive now.
Yeah, like what the fuck? It's not okay. It's not okay. And then I saw another thing that really pissed me off. We can do questions in a minute. I'll stop talking because by jingo, I've been talking a lot. So I was walking back from uni, and I saw a dead bird. No, I saw this fucking woman, right, and she was pushing a pram. And there was something high-vis in the pram. And I was like, has she given her baby a high-vis jacket? I was like,
really make it noticeable to the nonces.
yeah, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
He screams, "Abduct me now."
What's he wearing? High vis. Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, there he is. So like I couldn't tell, and I was like, that's really weird. And as she got closer, I realised it was a fucking Shih Tzu in the pram. She was walking a dog in a pram, and it pissed me off.
It's really fucking dumb.
It's really dumb. Like, oh, I hate it. I hate the whole thing as well, and this is a controversial opinion because nobody agrees with me.
Go on.
I hate that, like, people like animals more than people.
Have you met people? People are garbage.
Right,
People are
I
shit.
hate people.
Okay, so
but I really hate animals.
I saw a pug today.
Okay.
That was being walked, and it had a little winter coat on, and it was all fluffy.
Oh, if only it had some fur to keep it warm.
Well, some of them actually do need
because pugs have quite short hair, so it's not a lot, to work with.
That's so absurd.
And it was so cute because it's in a little Christmas jumper.
I saw a wonderful juxtaposition of a dog. It was a fucking dachshund.
It was a cat.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was a dachshund with like a tartan coat on and the smallest muzzle I have ever seen on a
was
dog.
it just a thimble?
Yeah, and I was like,
she rammed a thimble on there.
yeah, it was just like, what? Like, anyone being bitten by a dachshund is going, oh, you're a little.
Oh no, that's not true. Fucking small dogs are the worst. This is right. So small dogs are the worst, even though big dogs are also the worst, right? So the issue is with small dogs is that people react like that when little dogs are shitty. If a little dog is biting someone, their owner's like, oh, silly, oh, he's teething on you, or whatever they fucking say. You're like, the dog is biting me. The dog is literally going, ah, and biting me.
But it's
Get
so
it
cute,
off
little
me
tiny teeth,
now.
But
it might. And actually, so I've been bitten by a Jack Russell before, right? I have been bitten by a Jack Russell.
You can test my fear, I thought it's exposed.
And it's...
Was it just your mate called Jack Russell?
That was shite, dude. That was shite.
I liked it.
Get the fuck out of here. No, but right, so before... This makes the story... It was a puppy, right? It was a... But, right.
Get away from me! He's gonna kill me now!
I'm not saying it's going to kill me, but I was pissed off. Because I was like, this shitty little dog is getting away with it. But Jack Russell's puppy teeth are really sharp. They're really sharp. Look it up. They're like needles.
I've met a Jack Russell before.
Met a Jack Russell. Lovely to make your acquaintance, sir. Yeah. But I was like, that fucking hurts. That's not like funny. That's not fun. It's not cute. He fucking bit me. If a German Shepherd came up and started biting my ankle, I wouldn't be like, oh, what's he like? Oh, he's just teething on you.
A bit more power than a Jack Russell.
Yeah, but that's not the point. We don't not arrest midgets when they kill people. Because they're smaller!
Oh no, it would be really funny though, wouldn't it?
Oh, he didn't go off, he's fine, he's so cute.
He's teething.
He's like running at someone with a knife, like swinging really high, and there's
Hold him at head height.
We should try to
Arm's
do.
length. Oh, that was offensive.
We are not trying to be offensive to midgets, but wow, we just were.
We really
We
were.
were.
Also not comparing
Fucking-
midgets to Jack Russells.
Yeah,
Although I absolutely just made that comparison.
We might need to delete this part of the podcast.
We might need to just delete the podcast.
they can't do anything. We've got a step outside our house.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, jeez, Hal.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, sorry, it's been so PC up until this episode,
He
hasn't
is
it?
right, to be fair.
You know
It's
what-
been
I mean-
horrendous.
You know what you're coming here for?
You know, we've just lost
Midget
our
hate.
listeners. Yeah.
No,
Hashtag midget hate.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, just about dogs, like...
Just about dogs.
I really like my dogs. Yeah.
Your dog is fine.
Oh,
Yeah, my dog's
about-
also technically the most dangerous dog in the world. Yeah.
What breed is he?
Labrador.
Okay.
Labrador.
Why is he?
Because they're the dogs they're the most popular dogs. So therefore, there are owners have the most of the like.
So statistically speaking.
Statistically, there are more Labradors, so they cause more crimes.
Right, but through sheer numbers,
Yeah.
right?
But
Okay.
still
Well,
dangerous
that's
dog.
interesting.
It's
Because
like,
I mean, that's like the whole argument for like sharks only kill so many people a year. Cows, on the other hand, kill X amount. It's like, well, yeah, because we don't herd sharks in fields
no,
next to houses.
We should try that.
We
with midget herders.
Stop with the midget
Stop
stuff.
it!
I'm sorry I brought it up now.
I'm just being reminded of Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
Don't look him in the eyes. You gotta, like, look at the chin. Yeah, it confuses them.
Looks like looking in the eyes.
Yeah.
So I also had a really British bike walk. Now,
Go on.
what happened was I was going to cycle home from uni,
Yeah.
but it got quite dark and I was wearing a black coat and I didn't have like lights on my bike or anything, so I was like, I'm not gonna cycle, because I also got shouted at by a lady in a car at 3 PM when she was like, I was cycling down Welly and she like went to pull out from one of the things,
Right.
but like I was just coming down the street,
Yeah.
and she like pulled out, looked that way and looked back to me and went. She was like, "Where's your fucking lights?" I was like, "It's 3 PM and a bit overcast. It's fine. You can see." That's why you stopped the car, because you saw me. Because it's daylight still, even though it's 3 in winter and it was a bit cloudy.
Yeah.
You still saw me. But anyway, that upset me. So it got to like, it was another day and it was like 4:30. So by this point,
bit darker, yeah,
it is
quite
dark.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to risk upsetting anyone, or more importantly, getting run over. But because I'm British, more importantly, not upsetting anyone. I was walking, and as I'm walking, this guy crosses the street who has a bike. He's also walking his bike home. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like caught behind the guy. I can't really like overtake with my bike. I was like, I could, but he's walking at a pace that's just slower than my comfortable walking pace, which means that when I start walking comfortably, I'm like slowly closing the gap, right? Which is so uncomfortable because sometimes you just fuck off and like aren't thinking about sidewalk etiquette. And I ended up getting really close to him, so I had to like slow down to like give him more space. So I was like, oh, this is really bad. And like, again, I can't like go past him. I can't. It'll look really rude if I like cycle the bit past him and then like 10 feet up just get off and walk.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't do that. I can't do it. Then a guy with a bike gets behind me and we're like 3 fucking idiots.
Little bike queue going
who
on.
can't overtake each other because we're all too polite to be like the guy at the front's fat and won't walk fast. It was a nightmare. It was an absolute fucking nightmare. And he turned up Lutterworth. He turned up like every street that I was going down, and I was like, I can't get away.
Oh, no.
So I ended up cycling Lutterworth. I was like, I can't. I'm out. It's quiet. We're gonna do it.
Go.
I can't deal with
I had that in second year. Like I was cycling home and I was on the pavement again because it was dark.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my lights on.
Yeah.
And so I was just cycling on the pavement, going slow. And this bloke who was on the road cycling, who just had a high vis and like the shitty reflective lights, not like actual lights, just reflective lights.
Yeah.
And like he was shouting at me, going, "Mate, where's your lights?" I was going,
I'm walking my bike.
They ran out of battery. I'm on the pavement. Oh, I was cycling on the pavement. Yeah. He was like, "It's ridiculous, mate. I work in a morgue. I get cyclists in all the time." I was like, "Thanks, concentrate on the fucking road.
Yeah.
You're on the road."
Ironically, he got T-boned by an 18-wheeler coming out of a turning. I work in a morgue. You don't work in a morgue. You don't meet those people. They're the people who go to 24-hour Tesco's at 3 AM. That's who they are.
Have you got your rope and ziplock?
Yeah. Why, for me job. Also, I wanted to just talk about really quickly, and then we can do whatever the fuck you guys want to do. I wanted to talk about, because I was doing stage combat with the first years, and I was doing some like acty directory stuff, I guess, rather than like technique stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I said to one of them, I was like, "Have you ever been in a fight?" And they were like, No, I haven't. I was like, okay.
Try it, it's fun.
So I just wanted to ask you guys, have you guys ever been in a fight? Because I've only ever been in one fight.
Yeah, same, and it was shit.
Go ahead.
So terrible.
Go ahead. Oh,
So
maybe
it's
I've
like-
been 2 if you can count it, but go ahead.
So it was like our last day of year 8,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
And this one kid in our school, like he's just a massive knobhead.
Yeah.
Like he just did things. You know, people who do things.
He just did things.
Did things.
God, I hate that.
So he's a massive knob. He like, kind of knew I didn't really like him that much.
Yeah, sure.
And we're all in the playground having a laugh, and he has his water in his hand. He takes a big old gulp. Someone makes him laugh, and he spits his water all over my back.
Oh no.
And I'm like, you little bitch.
Yeah.
So I just go over and I throw the shittest punch.
Oh no.
It's so shit.
Oh.
I was like, "Nyeh."
Oh,
and then we're like, he like grabs me by the neck and we're like scrapping on the floor, like two.
Oh, you got to the floor?
Like two fucking children. It's like,
yeah.
I'm like grabbing his hair and like trying to like
punch him in the
like give him a go hook, and then like two, I think it was like year 10s or 11s just come over and like grab us by the fucking scruff of the neck by our shirts and pull us away. It's like, you knobheads, what the fuck are you doing?
Stop it, yeah.
Just stop
it.
Like, people have got photos of that fight.
Really?
They're really shit.
Oh, please
I
find
don't know,
them.
I don't know if on
if
Facebook
you can
or
find them, show
yeah,
me.
I can't be funny. It's
be
just
funny.
like two 13-year-olds on the floor, like, yeah.
I knew you were going to say it. Do you know how I knew you were going to say it? I thought about saying it and went, no, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
And then I went, Hal will pick it up.
But no filter Hal is here to save the day.
Did you intentionally do a Nazi
No.
salute when you said that?
That was more of a swift whoosh into the skies.
It was a whoosh movement that ended with a Hitler salute, which is apt.
Maybe it was an accident the whole time.
Maybe that's what it was. He was just whooshing.
Whooshing.
So I've been in one fight, I guess two, but the second one really, again, it's that sort of playground bullshit thing.
Yeah.
No, what happened was with me is that we were like where I'm from, Barry. We did like a fair fate type thing on the waterfront, which is not the island, but it's like by the docks. It's not as sleazy as it sounds. It's quite nice. We get like old Navy vessels on the docks, and you can go and like explore and stuff. Sure. So anyway, me and like so it was like Millie. There was a Molly, two Mollies. One of them didn't piss themselves. One of them's vagina I still haven't seen. Jake and Charlie, the year is young. So anyway, there was like 5 of us, and we're like 12, 13, something like that. So like just about old enough that we're like kicking it on our own. You know, we're like the big I ams. We're like, we're out without our folks now.
Cool.
Oh, let's go to
scrape your knee and crack him.
Let's go to the waterfront. Cool. So not that far off, Hal. So what happened was, these kids started fucking throwing like little rocks at my group of friends, just randomly, like little shitty, chaffy, cunty kids. Yeah. They thought it was hilarious. And they're only little rocks, right? They're like nigh on gravel, but it was more the principle. So anyway, I, being the lawful neutral that I am, front up, square up, and I'm like, what do you think you're doing? I was going to say, what the fuck do you think you're doing? But I don't think I've said that. I probably went, what the flip do you think you're doing?
You flipping flippers?
You knob. Oh, got him. So anyway, like, it was like a fucking rival gang thing, right? Because our group...
West Side Story.
Yeah, legit.
Honestly, it was tragic, right?
Oh,
so our group, who were walking along the pavement, who were being followed by these kids, turn and face, right? So it's like those 4 and then me at the head of the pack.
Power Rangers.
They are already walking in that formation.
Right.
So you've got like 4 and 1. Right. And we both, in like a weird unspoken agreement thing, walk forward as if like champions have been decided. And they were probably like 11. So if we were like 13, they were like a year or 2 younger than us.
Right.
So I was like, I can't. These kids are kids. Like, I'm like teenager now.
Yeah.
These kids are kids. So I was like, all right, okay, we're doing this. So I think I put my fists up. I'm pretty sure I put my fists up. He then punched me in the face. And what? So I remember. So this is what I was saying to the group of stage combat people I was working with. I was like, you have fight, flight, or freeze. And boy did I freeze, right? So your mind works a million times faster than your body reacts in that situation. Yeah. Because again, he must have gone up, pap. That must have been it, right? So like fists up, punch, and that was it.
Yeah.
He did it though, and again, I remember him putting his fists up. I remember going, "Here we go. We're gonna go into a fight now." Okay, remember you used to do boxing, so remember your boxing stuff and blah 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 blah. And then I remember like, "Oh, he's recoiling for a punch." I was like, "He's really gonna punch me." I don't think I've ever been bare knuckle punched before. Oh, he's really going for it. That's going for my face. It's in my face. It's in my eye. Ow. That's all. And then going, "Did that hurt? I don't know if that hurt." And my reaction, I don't know why, but the only thing I could muster to do was to walk away. So I got locked in the face by this like kid. And I just turned and left.
I bet your team wasn't happy with that.
So they were like, no, because they were all like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Like playing it off, like, so they're like, the other group then are a bit like taken aback, because they're like, is this a big dick move? Or is this like he's running away?
Very slowly?
Yeah, like, is he like retreating with swag? Or is he like trying to make it like, oh, that was nothing? Because that's what I was trying to do. We ended up... Because they decided to follow us, but from afar then.
Okay.
So they were like skulking after us.
Shadowing.
So we were like, right, what the fuck do we do about this? Because, you know, they were dirty kids. They might have had knives or something. So we were like, we need to fucking...
Or a sharp rock.
Yeah! Or a little big one, maybe. So we ended up fucking in a hair salon. I don't remember how we got there, right? But what happened, I swear this happened. This happened. So we went in, we explained the situation, and we were like, one of our parents are coming to pick us up.
Right.
Can we just chill in here? Because they're like trying to start a fight with us.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, fine. And I remember, so like, it's in town centre now. We've like walked 15, 20 minutes. So the window of the shop is obviously, about hip height.
Okay.
And the woman at the hairdresser, bless it, she was like, just sit up against the window and they won't see you when they walk past. So I remember fucking cowering in a hair salon, like worried that these fucking dirty chavvy kids were gonna fucking like come and stab us. So that's my experience with that entire thing. Yeah, so that's mine. You're yawning.
Yawning.
Yeah, I had a couple, I guess both in school.
Yeah.
One was like, it's a weird circumstance. Like I was stood there, in the area where like at that time where our year group like claimed.
Yeah, everyone has this segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And ours was like just outside the canteen through some doors with a massive pair of stairs.
Yeah.
And we all hung around there. And one lad like put his bag down, went to the canteen, and another lad went over and kicked it all the way down these stairs. Oh. And I was stood by the thing just eating a bean, cheese and bacon wrap that I just bought from the canteen.
Oh, bean, cheese and bacon.
Yeah, freshly made in the canteen as well. Yeah. So munching on that.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and goes, who kicked my bag down the stairs? And the guy who did it went, oh, Hal did it. Because I was stood nearest the stairs, but I just didn't know. So he just came up and just hit my food out of my hand.
No! Oh, no.
Yeah. Fucking prawn cracker.
Yeah. So I had no context for this. So immediately it was like, tush, just grabbed him round the throat.
Yeah.
Just immediately, like that. He grabs my hands. We start struggling. We go down the stairs. Don't fall over.
Shitting.
Miraculously.
You're like running down the stairs?
Yeah, we both like stumble down the stairs and we're like, get to the end. And then I push him over, land on his throat. And I'm like, what was that for? Is it you kicked my back? No, I fucking didn't.
Oh.
My rap. Yeah, I was like, fucking rap. That cost me £4.
Oh. Oh, that's actually so sad. You lost a rat.
I know.
That sucks.
And another one was biggest.
Mine sucks compared to that. Yours is Oscar worthy. Mine's Dundee's worthy.
That ended. Yeah, and then another one was...
Did you then both team up on the cunt who actually kicked him back? You should have like thrown him down the fucking stairs.
You divided us.
Yeah, you should have got him to buy you another fucking thing.
I was just like, it wasn't me. I don't know who kicked back. I was like, fine then, just don't do it again. I didn't do it the first time.
Fuck!
Yeah, then another one was in the science block where we hung out in year 11 because it was heated.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
And like there was two little segments. There was like the slightly cooler one and then the warm one. So like if it was hot,
it was a hot day, you go and chill in biology, and then if it's cold, you just go into a Bunsen burner. Just into one.
So
toasty!
And like I left my bag in the other bit, and for some reason a couple of my mates started going through it, and like my bag, I never emptied it. Like in year 11, I had textbooks in it that were from like year 7.
No,
I didn't empty that shit.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, and I had old Christmas cards in there, and he pulled one out from this girl who me and her were friends. He's like, oh look, Hal kept your Christmas card, and like I was like, how the fuck did you find it? It's like, oh, it's in your bag. Like you went through my bag.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. I was like, well, fucking, can you put it back then, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. He turned around, knocked on the window because it's like this glass plate, and then just turned to me and just upended my bag, like laughing. He obviously thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So I just walked round, just Karma's All Hell. Yeah.
Yeah, Karma's All Hell.
Yeah,
with like Screamo playing in your head.
Yeah.
You're composed.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Angsty
And, like,
as shit.
grab him by the lapels.
Fucking private school.
No, this wasn't
wet.
private school.
Places
This is
in
fucking
school.
yeah. This is fucking state, man.
Oh no! To be fair, yeah, because we were the first like sixth form in my school because the school was really new.
Yeah.
So we got to decide on our sixth form uniform.
Okay.
I voted blazer.
Yeah.
No one else wanted blazer.
Oh.
I was like, you're all common fucking shitheads.
Well, we had jumpers and ties in our sixth.
So we had like V-neck jumpers,
Yeah.
like grey V-neck
Yeah,
jumpers,
yeah.
tie and shirt.
Yeah.
But I petitioned for blazer. Whatever.
Yeah, and so
It's another tragedy for another time.
Yeah, I just like walk round, like, just grab him, slam him against the window. He like grabs my shoulder. What are you doing that for? I was like, no, it's my fucking things again. Oh, I was just joking.
You're not funny. Pick my shit up.
Yeah,
cunt.
just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
People are shit.
They are. Yeah, no, you just reminded me as well, like, so I moved comprehensive schools, like, 2 years into comp, so I had, like, 2 years one place, and then, like, so 7 and 8 there, then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so, like, 4 years in the other one. But the perk of the first one was that at break time, so we had, like, first period, break, second and third, lunch, fourth and fifth, home.
Mm-hmm.
So after first period, it was like 10:45 till 11.
Yeah.
We could go to the cafe, and obviously, like, they'd have like breakfast and stuff done, or they would have cheeseburgers. For some reason, at 10:45 in the morning,
Right.
they had cheeseburgers, but they were the best fucking cheeseburgers ever. In the sense that they were like burger van quality of like, but like seeded bun, fake cheese, thin, big patty.
Yeah.
And they were the best fucking thing. And I remember when I moved comp, I was heartbroken because I went at, like, there was the same thing, like break and then lessons and then lunch. I went at break and I was like, I wonder what they like have. Do they have like burgers or anything? And it was like the shitest selection of like toast or fruit. And it was like, I have downgraded. I have downgraded from the best fucking burger. They did like chicken burgers as well, so you could have cheeseburger, chicken burger, or beef burger. At fucking 10:45, and they were so good. And they powered you through till lunch when you had your actual lunch.
Yeah,
and it was amazing.
I miss my school's meals because they were so fucking good. They did like calzones on Wednesdays.
Nice.
It's like full of pizzas. You could like have like chicken ones and pepperoni ones. It was like,
yeah.
And they did like English muffin, like baked with like bacon and eggs and sausages
Nice.
and hash brown. The hash browns were so fucking good.
Yeah.
I want to go back now.
But my school's canteen used to like actually be like garbage but good.
Yeah,
Like,
so I guess that's
like,
what the
for,
fucking
like,
burgers were.
Yeah, like for break and stuff, like sometimes there would be like, it'd be like warm baguettes with massive sausages in it and stuff like that. But like, you always get that, there's always this one fat fucker. Like, and it, because they'd make like maybe 100 of those.
for like 600 kids,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And so it was like first come, first served, obviously.
Yeah,
and this kid like would always get 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's just like he'd always be in front of me whenever it happened.
And there was 2 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fat little cunt. Yeah. And like, but it was like cool. There's like pasta pots, and you just cover them in cheese. And like the baguette
So that's-
station where you
pasta
got,
was so
they made
good.
it's essentially like Subway.
Yes.
Got those, and she
Yeah.
always remembered my order.
Nice.
So I just walk out,
the
she-
usual.
Yeah, like literally, like she was chicken, lettuce, butter on white.
Ooh,
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, that is the reason that I'm saddest that we've moved campuses this year. Is that on the other campus we had a fucking Greg's and a Fuel, which the Fuel was awesome.
Really good. A bit expensive, but you know,
Expensive,
good
but
food.
better.
But it's like you got
What you
like a
paid
massive
for?
chicken burger,
Yeah.
and then a pile of chips,
for like $4.50.
for like £4. Or you can get a toasty at our new one for £4.
For £4,
Yeah.
right?
Gross.
So this is the thing. We've moved to this like budget fucking shit backstreet reject from Avenue Campus fucking Fuel, where they do like 3 baguettes and a panini.
It takes half an hour to make.
It takes like 4 years to like produce. Like,
It's like, yeah, do you want that warmed up for you? No, because
I have plans in an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for you to heat it up with your breath. I can't wait for you to do it. Right, so I think that brings us to the hour mark, does it not?
Natural ending.
Really
Let's go
hungry
play
now.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go play
we
Diablo.
bought Diablo, so
We
we
bought Diablo, so we're going to go and play that.
for a bit.
Yeah, let's stay up until 3 in the morning and play Diablo. Cool.
Wicked.
See you next week, guys.
Goodbye, people. I've been Hal, that's been Jack, that's been Ollie.
Yeah,
Spice Podcast.